Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
Anyways, Fridays, and you know how we do it. We take it on a very lighter note and we kill it smoothly as we do it every weekend. My name is Sammy Flex. Roland Amate is here. Shatta Movement, Shaxi, Roland Report, which is on YouTube, and showbizchannelgh.com. Also having Tim Dodo Solomon Chebo. He's at the extreme end from Intidosu Digital Solutions, as well as our online department here at Sammy Flex TV or Flex Entertainment Limited. He manages the account. And of course, let me also say thanks to the producers, Theophilus de Gosh, Buju Len, Sam Tuga. They are the guys putting together the pieces to make sure everything works and works perfectly. Once again, the weekend is here. Relax, take life cool. You've been working from Monday to Friday. You've done well. Now the weekend is here. That's how we do it on a weekend, man. But the vetting committee, what is happening? I have not been following it religiously, or better still, vigorously. But I'm seeing some one or two that to me is a little disturbing. Well, in one of the videos that I have here, the confusion started during Okujeto's vetting. Another one, it started during, what's his name, Jatta. And the confusion has developed into another war. Now we hear bench, microphones, tables, all those things are broken. What is happening? Well, some videos will be running on your screens. You can watch whilst we try to find out what really is happening to our honorable members. Black Rasta will say honorable members are dishonorable. What is happening? Jabo, I know you follow some of this in small.
Yeah.
What is happening? Well,
I mean, you can't really figure out what they really want to do. Okay. I mean, based on the information I have, it's all about we will allow you to do this, we will not allow you to do that. That's what is happening there. The minority, as they call them now, the NPP side, there are certain things that they think that it's in order for them to do. And then the majorities, NDC, in this case, are saying that no, they won't allow it to happen. And I don't know why they can't talk about it instead of them fighting.
Okay.
Yeah, so what happened the last time, I think they wanted to continue the vetting, but some group or some people were not ready to do it. It was more like we have to end it here and maybe continue tomorrow or something. Okay. So it went deeper after I think some Jatta George vetting. It took so much time. So I think they wanted to close and continue the other day. And people. I
heard one of the factions said they won't agree.
Yes.
Which people?
So, obviously the MPP. Like they wanted the minority because they wanted them to come the next day and continue.
And the majority said they won't allow.
Let's just do let's just finish it and do the other ones tomorrow. And their way of solving it is to push the tables. And the other side
things were breaking down.
Yeah.
Things were really broken.
The police people who were there, they were just...
They couldn't sit up?
No, they couldn't. Because they were few and it's like everybody is misbehaving. So now, are you going to just arrest all of them or what? What can you do? So they couldn't do much. It's not looking good for our democracy and even our parliament in general. I think they should behave better. Even this morning, they started a little bit, but this one, after speaking, they started
the confusion again.
Yeah. This morning, just that it wasn't like it happened yesterday. So this morning, after some time, I think they had a meeting and they agreed to do what is right, or at least for us to see that they can just talk about issues when they disagree.
Okay.
So yes, so after some time they just stopped, and then everything came back to normal before they started the Okujeto Ablakwa's vetting this morning. So far so good.
I see. But I'm shocked. In Ghana, if someone causes damages to property and other things, they are arrested.
Yeah.
Why haven't you arrested those who caused it? When they were in Canberra, we saw them. Everything was clear. We know who are here. One Jerry B.
So who is going to report who?
Who is going to report who?
Well, yeah, who is going to report the damages and who is going to pay for it? That will be the issue here.
So nobody has reported.
No, I don't think.
So can I go and report?
Of course you can. Of course. And if you have what it takes to follow up, then
why not?
Good luck to you.
Why not?
Good luck to you.
Oh my world.
Yeah. So for them, I think, well, it's for Parliament, they have a way of dealing with some of these things. But you and I know you'll not go anywhere. It will end where it ended. Unless anybody get hurt and they take whoever hurt them to court or report them. So unless individually, some of them, maybe somebody will slap somebody and the person will report for battery or assault or whatever. So until that day, if a government property has said yeah, the boy
Government
Ghana be try a baby by year tax
I see. Ro, what have you also seen?
Honorable disgrace.
Tell it, it's a very sad one.
Of course, a big one. I mean, yesterday
they were supposed to be doing vetting.
For me, when I chanced on the
and they ended up fighting.
What can you call this? Baz. Vetting, fighting.
I say, yesterday when I chanced on the first video, then I probed into the details of it, because this is not the first time we are seeing members of parliament in such a scuffle or a disagreement where chairs will be flying. Of course, we've seen some of them chewing ballot papers and what have you all in parliament before. Yeah. You understand? So this was not new, but then the cause of it is what was important, and my finding was out of the fact that I listened to Honorable Afenyo Markins, who was talking about the fact that they agreed on a certain number.
Okay.
I think about 4 to vet 4 people, but then after some judge's own, then they brought another one, a candle for them to vet him. Then later when they agreed,
it became 5.
Yes, so initially they didn't want to do a candle's own, but because of the time and persuasion from the majority, they decided to do it, only for them to see another 2 also being prepped to come. And according to them, they were tired and there was nothing they could do about it than to postpone it to the next day. But the majority too says that no, we have to finish this batch for them to be sworn in so that they can start working and whatever before. You understand? So that is what brought the confusion, and so now it was left with the minority to understand, to compromise their comfort for whatever and sit down and vet them, or just dismantle the whole thing,
because
so that nothing can happen.
Because without them, they can still vet them.
Because they will be in majority.
Exactly.
And it means that they can do.
They can still do it with or without you.
And then TN said,
So the last resort was to, if there is no microphone, there is no table, there is no chair. So first they started by lifting the chairs and placing them on the table to signify the fact that they are done for the day. Then the majority people removed the chairs from the table. Now they started removing the table, like taking apart the tables, almost a share. So they started taking them apart. Then they brought them back again. So that is when they started removing the microphones and its wires and stuff. Now the microphones, to some, they were able to save some. And the table, then they removed table, and they dismantled, broke the tables and all of that, and that is it. For me, it is sad. It is sad that these
very,
are
very sad.
And you see, it is more sad because it is just after Oliver Bakavomawo was taken to their presence for disrespecting them. And look at what was done to him. Meanwhile, this is what you are doing. So be disrespecting wa.
But crown person very
respectful. And that is the sad situation in this whole conversation. If you respect yourself as an honorable member, I mean, why should you engage in this? And the fact that there were security service personnel there, but you dare not go and arrest anybody, because the person that you are going to arrest is your paymaster.
Yeah.
They can't. The police there, and permit to arrest you, but they can't. They can't. So they just stood there.
It's in the constitution that you can arrest an MP or member of parliament if they are in their duty time.
You would have to report them to the house, the leaders of the house, because they have standing orders. Yes. Fair enough. But then the police still had to stand there. So my own is that if you can't arrest them, if they are in their duty, so what if pinche no be Roy?
Later they will deal with the person.
And that is the unfortunate situation. Kwasiebi. I'm for one net So it's a sad situation. In fact, watching people that amount for cook queue, amount for cook Geneva campaign to Abamo. Doing some of it.
It looked so terrible.
It was very, very bad. And for me, I wish Parliament will release a press statement to apologize to the people of Ghana. If not for anything, at least to show some level of respect.
The reason they are not going to do anything about it is that they've been doing this for the past.
I know, and you see,
remember some election be.
And then I make a Parliament to look at time paper
ballot.
If you ballot box.
Or they put in and I'm saying, see, AC, it's ongoing. AC Obi and Quarshie. But if somebody disrespects them based on this, the person is in hot waters. So if you don't want to respect yourself, how do you want people to respect you from the outside? And the fact that they don't see any form of this as a disrespect to the people of Ghana. Because if it were to be a different institution, I'm sure these same parliamentarians would have been calling for the heads of those institutions for them to render apologies. Because this also constitutes causing financial loss to the state.
Indeed.
Even if you can buy whatever was said or no, it is a state property.
Fact.
And to say you see state property, no be the idea boom say obetimi atwa. Would you be happy with it? You will not be happy as a member of parliament. So why should they destroy state property even if they can buy it or they can replace it? It doesn't look good in the eyes of anybody. In China, say Obi Ekobubu Akufo-Addo statue. That one you expect for the person to be arrested. It's neither here nor there. So for me, a sad situation.
No, it is really sad because these are people who are supposed to be leading us, making laws for us. But now the lawmakers are fighting. The lawmakers are fighting. Now, what the laws by baby well. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We pray that they will finish this vetting committee process quickly, then we can move on with our lives. Well, it looks like they've hijacked so many things. Now, for the past 1 week or two, do you know some radio stations are not operating formally? Some TV stations are not operating.
They are all,
and especially those who are NDC bias. All those radio stations, they are not operating fully. I've called some of my people on such platforms. At least I can mention that XYZ is not operating fully. Accra and the Class Media Group, they are not operating fully because they are doing this. Now, Mukobana Fe, Mobana Musandi Jimia. Not Mokoyana Mwai. I think it looks some way.
Yeah.
If you look at the videos, like honorable members, like more Mako school, or more so they're restricting everybody. So you people should stop calling it radio street. They're restricting everybody because nobody expected that thing to have happened there.
No.
Maboko
an organized environment like that.
That you must have a coordinator.
What bra? Kofi now
There is no law barring you from going to the house. You can say, okay, you are tired. You want to I saw a photo of one man sitting there sleeping.
People work out every day.
So you can just say, okay, I'm tired. I can't do it anymore. Then go.
Even people who are part of the committee sometimes vex and they walk out of them. Even in Parliament, people walk out on like Parliament proceedings every time or most of the time, and nothing happens. So what stops you from also saying my bremi Kofi Akwada? And besides, it was late. It was late too. Nobody can hold you responsible for the fact that you are tired. Because if you can't work efficiently because you are tired, nobody can hold you up to it. So why do you want to cause commotion? Even what be put our TV to table?
Someone said they were just hungry. So it was out of the hunger that brought the anger. So they should have just said, Charlie, we are hungry. Let us go, and that'll be all. It's unfortunate, but this will lead us into another conversation where a lady Roland just introduced to me online today, Ohima Asante. Hey, I've been watching some videos of Ohima Asante on her Instagram timeline. Looks like the lady has a lot of things to say.
Of course.
In fact, I was watching all her topics and it was giving like some new show this platform vibe. Yeah, that was what it was giving. Like, okay, this is the latest showbiz platform vibe. Ohima Asante. Wow, I love some of them, but one caught my attention, and it means that we have to discuss it here on Showbiz Daily, Sammy Flex TV. And what she was saying in that particular video was that she's saying that you see these American artists when they are on top of their career. No way. Africa, they won't come. In fact, we can propose all the millions of dollars on earth to them. They won't come. But according to her, once again, when they realize that, oh, Charlie, their career is dipping, it is now going down, it is not as it used to be, we are no more calling the shots that we used to call, the numbers are dying out, then that's where you see so-and-so is coming to South Africa, so-and-so is coming to Nigeria. Even the rest crying there, you're crying come. I'm buy Africa. I'm sure South Africa. I'm sure her pain will be Chris Brown. I'm sure by now she said, look at Chris Brown. You, Chris Brown, when your career was at its peak, would you have gone to South Africa? Her answer would definitely be no. Her answer would be, now that his career is dipping, he is seeing the way to South Africa. And when it caught my attention, I asked my people around at the time, and they said, oh no, this is very debatable. It might not be as she is seeing it or as she says it. There are some elements that she needs to make them part of this conversation, and she wouldn't have taken the angle that she has taken. Well, this is an open conversation, so we will all go and watch Ohima Asante. And after watching Ohima Asante, I'll come back to my people. Let's seek ideas about what she's saying, the reality and the lies in there. Watch it. I'll be back.
Americans will announce a world tour, but Africa is nowhere to be found on this world tour. Very telling.
Exactly.
What's interesting is, at their peak, Africa is not relevant. But when they want to reboot their career system, then it's connecting with the motherland. If they're going to include Africa, we all know which one is going to be. I mean, no disrespect to South Africa. Beautiful country. But let's call a spade a spade. There's Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, there's Namibia. There's all these countries that have developed, and they actually have a huge amount of consumers that contribute to the rise and the streaming numbers of the American artists. You're not just going to come on social media and interact with African artists only when it suits you, only for promo purposes. We see through it.
We see each other. We see each other.
And I don't want to hear they're putting African on the map. No, Africa is on the map already. Let it translate collaboratively. Hit up the African artists that you claim you love so much and put them on your tours. African music is ruling. African music is thriving. We have one of the most vibrant music, sought after music of the world. It's giving what it's giving. Let's go to Africa because we are declining in sales. Gaslighting. Non-inclusive, bottom of the barrel. Don't let your tours stop at South Africa.
Yeah, so indeed, Ohima Asante speaking black. Oh, camera for Jamo, what's our populist then?
Populist approach.
It's giving populist.
It's giving
Populist approach. Yeah. Populist approach is when you say something that on the face value, people will praise you. People will say, yeah. This is it. But if you pay attention, if you try to go deeper, then you see that what you are saying is. Then you try to bring her to certain to certain points that she's missing for making such a general statement or such points.
Okay.
And that's what Ohima Asante is doing. She's giving the one that everybody will just praise you for hearing it for the first time. And then later you think about it and you go like, but you have to consider this one too.
Okay.
And I think that's what she's doing. And again, some of the pronouncement is debatable, like you said. Chris Brown came to Ghana in 2013, and I don't think he was dipping at that time. So her assertion or her statement can't be true, even if you are just using Chris Brown. And again, Michael Jackson, okay, at that time he didn't come to perform, but he came for a visit.
Yeah.
But so that one will not count. In 1995, I think he came to visit Jerry John Rollins at that time. So,
right here in Ghana.
Right here in Ghana.
Oh,
and yeah, I think that people will, if let's go for even the business basis. Let's just handle the business thing. What she's saying is it will not make sense. Let me put it this way. It will not make business sense.
Okay.
If
what she's saying does not make business
sense.
Okay.
And the reason is, if those people, if the American musicians, if they think that they will make more money coming to Africa, they will come. They will not care about whether Africans are whatever that she wants to project.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they come if they will make money that they are looking for? And why would they come if their career is dipping and they think that African can revive them? It's all about the business.
Okay.
Because if they come at that time and they know that the African audience will accept them, they will give them some form of marriage, some form of boost that they can use to relaunch their career. Why not? They will come, and it's a business decision.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with whether they respect Africans or not. Because anybody who will come to Africa to do business is money first. They can lie to you that, oh, we want to help our people, we want to rebuild. Yes, it's all the motivation is that they will make something out of it. That's why they come here. Even for those who come to do charity work, it's business. And the business is they can solicit for funds somewhere, come and give some to Africans, and they take administrative charges. They will pay themselves for being the one administering the aid that they are giving to Africans.
I see.
So even for those who are coming to do charity, it's business. The money that they solicit for, they will pay themselves for administering the aid that they are giving. So they don't come here because they want to help us. I get her angle I get her angle that when they are coming at the time that they are dipping, they will say they want to help the motherland. They are coming to reconnect with their roots and everything. It's business. So if that's what she is talking about, I'm with her on that. But for them not coming, it's purely business. They will not make maybe as much as they will make if they are touring other countries. Or even not in Africa, other countries. If they go to Asia, they will make more money than coming to Africa. If they go to Europe, they will make more money. If they are in America, they will make more money. Why would they want to come to Africa if they will not make anything? Because any time that they are coming here, forget about what they say. Like, we want to help our root, we want to help Africa. Forget about that one. They are not helping anybody. And as I said, even the aid workers, Those who are coming here with aids, they get administrative allowance for the job that they do. And I bet you sometimes even the administrative allowance is about 70% of the aid that they are giving you. So you just think about
the money they took.
The money 70%. That they would take for who is the coordinator, head of coordination, whatever, head of one. The money that they would take for doing the job, sometimes it takes about 70% of the aid that they are giving to the people. So is it not a business? In fact, I remember when we were in school, one NGO expert came to advise us that it is difficult coming out of school because at that time we were about to graduate. And he's saying that when you go out there, it is difficult to get job, and the easiest way to create your own job is to start an NGO.
That's the easiest way to create job.
That's the easiest way to create job. Find a problem in your society, create an NGO and solicit for funds so that you can help others. But in so doing, you will pay yourself as an administrator of the help that you are giving. Yes. So those who are into NGOs and doing it, it's also business. You will help people, all right, but you will also pay yourself. In fact, they call it social business. That's the name that they have given it. They have given to it. It's a form of business, but in doing that business, you help people.
Okay.
So social entrepreneurship. That's the right word. So if they are coming on Hima, I bet you they are not coming here to help anybody. I agree with you on that. But they will only come if it will benefit them. And the time that they get the benefit is when they are dipping there. Because they can't make that money there. Then obviously Africa will help them relaunch or make relaunch or make their career better. So I don't know the angle that she's really trying to push. I think she was trying to give an impression that they don't respect her. Because when they are on their peak, they don't come here. They only come when they are there.
Something like that is what she wants to say.
But forget about it.
She thinks that when they are in their peak and when the world is looking for them,
yes.
They don't look at the direction of Africa.
Obviously, because some
of them still think maybe we were living on trees or something.
Well, maybe, but the point is that they don't come here because they don't think they can make the money that they are looking for. It's a business decision. If you can convince them that they will make more money coming here, or you will give them to come, they will obviously come.
I see. Well, let's go on to Roland Amate. Let's get what he also has to say. Whether he agrees with Ohima Asante or not. Ohima Asante, obviously, judging from her accent, is based in the UK. I checked some of her photos on Instagram as well. And, like, she is on a mission. Her mission is that what you guys are doing, it bust her mind. It bust her mind.
It's giving
the other videos that she was talking about artist managers and blah blah boom boom boom. Yeah. So all those ones are just to let you know that indeed Ohima is ready to queen. She is already queening. Yeah. So what do you also see?
Do you love arts? Look no further. Tetteh Quarshie Art Market is your ultimate destination for the finest handicrafts made in Ghana. From unique designs to authentic Ghanaian artistry, we bring you the best of local craftsmanship. Find us at Tetteh Quarshie Interchange, along George Bush Highway, adjacent to Evergreen Palms and the Talo office. Need more details? Call us today at 0244631771 or 0553209514. Come, explore, and take home a piece of Ghana's creative heritage. Tetteh Quarshie Art Market. Experience art. Celebrate culture.
It's giving Ayemiya vibes. Where, you see, I'm not sure if she were to be a South African, she would be complaining.
If she were to be a South African. Why are you saying that?
Because you see, in terms of the number of people from the other side who have come to Africa, to perform or to interact, South Africa has been one of the countries that has enjoyed most of it.
South Africa.
Yes, South Africa.
And what do you attribute it to?
Well, of course, it is because of how their system is built. Yeah, to some extent, very well organized, of which some people may even feel more at home. I mean, they can get the two vibes in terms of the vibe on where they are coming from and also the African vibe. South Africa serves those two purposes, where there is a part of South Africa that looks Western, and there's a part of South Africa that looks more African.
Okay.
So when they get to South Africa, they have those two systems to enjoy. So it is just like home away from home kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But in certain African countries, these are typical African countries with typical African culture and setting.
Wow.
And you may not get that feel, that home feel, even in that environment. Recently, I was watching other people, podcasters like Ohima Asante, who were also giving their testimonies of they coming to Nigeria, like comparing coming to Nigeria and to Ghana.
Yeah.
And they were praising Ghana.
Yeah.
Even when they stepped at the airport, the kind of reception they had, and they really felt at home, like they felt comfortable even with the environment compared to landing in Nigeria airport.
Okay.
And these are testimonies from the people. So those experiences would influence the number of attractions you get, which is why South Africa has put in a lot, aside the fact that their environment give that kind of vibe. They are also putting in a lot to make sure they maintain and also attract more.
Okay.
Which is why even Ghana is now doing the Year of Return and Beyond the Return initiative to also try to start something that can also attract them. So it is like that. That's what I'm saying. If she were to be South African, I'm not sure she would be saying that, because most of the ones that have come to Africa, most of them have gone to South Africa.
I see.
And when you ask them, they will tell you you've been to Africa.
Yeah. Because they think that when they go to that place,
It is part of Africa.
Yeah, I capture.
Yes, it is part of Africa. So she wouldn't. But then, I understand where she's also coming from. But you see, there are also dynamics to it, because it will also interest you to know that when you turn the table, African artists don't also tour in Africa.
Well, I think it's making sense. Because hardly would you see them making a tour in Africa.
World tour flyer.
They go out there.
Yes.
I remember we announced one and we put Shatta Wale's name in it.
They go where the money is.
Exactly. So it simply tells you that it is business first before any other thing.
Okay.
It is business first. So if African artists themselves you don't usually see them do world tour and see more of African countries on, like, cities on it than the western side, then it should tell you it is more business than any other thing.
It's not just the going.
It's not just the going. It's not just about connecting, but it's about connecting with returns. And that is what is happening. So to them, they may also not see the need to even come to Africa, because even the people in Africa don't tour in Africa like that. How many stadiums have you seen Burna Boy fill in Africa?
Yeah.
It's not as if we don't have
that's a big question.
Yes, it's not as if we don't have stadiums in Africa. Not long ago, Ghana has hosted most of the top events in even that Africa can ever hold. Global Citizen Festival, Afrima, and other top events have all happened here in Ghana.
This kid even didn't show up.
Exactly. At the Accra Sports Stadium.
We are still waiting for our money.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see, it is not just about you moving, but it is about the business part of it. And to some extent, I also understand where she's coming from, because sometimes it is very disrespectful when these people, especially Red Cross, will come and tell you we are bridging the gap. We'll just come and use
Marketing strategy.
Of course, we'll just come and use we'll just come and use you for marketing purposes. All in the name of I want to connect. Meanwhile, when you were in your peak and we wanted to connect, you did not see the need for you to connect with us. So on that moral level, on that feelings level, I understand where she's she's coming from.
Okay.
But the moment there is a business conversation,
it has to be explained further.
It overrides all feelings when there is business involved.
Okay, so now I can tell you that the feeling there is that they know very well that as it stands now, these people are running affairs. And they run affairs better when they are in their comfort. But when things start going down, then they come to you for survival.
Yeah, of course.
It is what it is.
And we are okay with that.
No, even if you are not okay,
There's nothing you can do about it.
But let anybody in Africa make good money and call them. They will come. Chris Brown came and took, I think, $1 million or so. People were not even happy. Even in Ghana.
But Chris Brown has performed in Ghana.
Yes.
Okay,
he took money that people were even complaining. Exactly. So if Chris Brown will come and people will complain that why are you guys giving him such an amount of money? Do you think Chris Brown and his team will come again and perform in Africa when he's on his peak? Like he can go to Asia,
Europe,
China or somewhere and take like 100 million or something.
Yeah.
Why will he come to Africa? So for us, it's not about them coming because they want to connect with their root or whatever.
Okay.
It's about money. If you have the money, they will come.
You are good.
Yeah. So for those who are getting such an offer, they are coming. Or him up on yes or Obama artist ni be the one even Drake.
Yeah.
Now on Koti the price non so bit so he will come.
So you are adding that it is because we are not able to afford them.
It's one
of them. And the other one too is the fact that we are also not leading by example. We want them to come and patronize us for what? Performances and all of that. But we are not doing that ourselves. Because I am looking at a certain Burna Boy telling me he installed about 6 or 7 cities in Africa. And out of that, he made $10 million. Don't you think Justin Bieber will run? Giddy. They will run. They will run and come.
Now that Afrobeat is working for them, are they not collaborating with African artists?
Exactly.
It's business.
You don't tell them. You don't show them the business way.
Or the feeling.
If you don't show them the business way,
forget it. Uniska and respect.
Let Shata Wale to Africa.
Make money.
Let Shata Wale to Africa right now and come and say, "Oh, I got $20 million out of this store," and see if the next month another person from that side will not announce an African tour.
Oh, but don't you think they can also go and even if not making 20 million, they can make something appreciable? How about that?
Your appreciable is not their definition of appreciable.
Oh, well.
If you would want to say appreciable, it is in context. In what context are you talking about? Something that is appreciable to come in IMP. If you take it to Shata Wale, he will slap you.
It won't work.
It will not work. So it's like that. You understand? So you can say, oh, you can come, at least you can get something. What is the something? And will they be satisfied with what you are giving them? If they would, nobody, Academy came to Ghana, they did not put handcuff on her, they did not put rope on her neck. She came willingly, came to church Chichinga and everything. People went to line up at Kempinski. Nobody said anything. But then, if whatever she was giving, she did not like it, come to me now and see Ghana. She wouldn't have stepped into Ghana. That's it. Everybody that has ever stepped foot in Ghana came because they were looking for something and they were satisfied with whatever they are being given.
Yes.
Some come here for citizenship.
Yeah.
And they will come. Tell them we will give you citizenship. And they come.
Some will come for their vibe so that they can go there and brag.
Some will also come, get that connection and go use it for business there.
Yes.
Oh, I've connected with my roots and I want to build this. I want to build school, boreholes, whatever for them.
They will use it and do a documentary and sell it.
Oh my wow! So it looks like agenda no. According to Chebo, agenda that fall flat. Well, it is something that we will all be looking forward to see. If you have some people to invest and bring drink, like someone bringing drink.
He will
like
come.
someone bringing someone like say Shatta's woman, what was it? Beyonce to come and perform. Yeah, man. Oh, I think Beyonce even performed in South Africa. Oh,
yeah, I think she has.
She came there for everything. I'm not sure if she did
have some fella like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so let's see. Bring the money. They will not come. Then yes. When you are in your peak, you don't have to come. Okay, go down. Let's see if you can.
Yes.
Do it. Go slap you for the airport. You will return.
Yeah, bring the money and let's confirm that they are not coming, even if the money is there.
Okay, let's do the very last one so we can go start our weekend. A content prayer has said a prayer for Shata Wale. The prayer is an interesting prayer. When Roland watched the prayers, he said, this guy is really speaking facts. This prayer should be said with a big amen, and all content creators should gather. Let's all meet at Independence Square and do
I'll blow for content creators.
That is what this prayer is about. Do you want to see the prayer? Well, let's go. Here his name is Richie. He has been doing his stuff online, and let's listen to the prayer that he said for Shata Wale. Then, though you might not be a content creator where you are, let's find out if you see reality, you see truth in what he's saying, or maybe you are seeing some lies. Check it out. I'll be back.
Shatta save you. Yes, Nigeria for now a bit here. Wale! Oh, God is here. God of music. You make me want to the want to the want to the make me want to the Saliman, what's work as a Shatta legend into Uncle Paper Vintina? Up and coming and as a favorite artist, you know, and you know, really see a echo. I thought so. Where you dance a bootun, you are the chair and ask you, say, and you where you go abuse them. Shatta and Sweden, see what releasing for idea. I'm for copywriting to so, and see any bit me their chi. Mr. Shatta, you bet me their chimu and 1 month to be not copywriting up, and I didn't run and your coins got crash with their tools one. Mr. Shatta, sometimes. The way I Shatta Kasan, sometimes and then Shatta. Because we content creators, sometimes they are koda empire boy say every day Shatta Wale show sir. You know so free Jamaica buy on Kasam for Stone Boy home. Every day when say YouTube is so. Ya Kasafa sa akode ho anya 2 views. Ya Kasafa Kofi Mole ho anya 3 views. Ya Kasafa Stone Boy ho anya 2 views. But ya Kasafa Shatta Wale ho views be every Music me Nancy Shata Wale di content creators me bro. Musu so want me cara de me kamo. Shatta ya bro about job about me kasawa Shatta di. Shatta ya about job Shatta. Oh Shatta. Shatta na so me ni di o Shatta. O international ba e so won kasa. You see me ready di. O my news, o my content Shatta Wale. Shatta Wale me sure say media for nyina na be ya agence na say o me ni di o Shatta Wale. Shatta be back, come out.
Well, Roland report for. How do you guys see this prayer?
This prayer, dear. The prayer is giving we back vibes.
The prayer is giving,
giving vibes.
It's giving. In fact, if all content creators will be truthful to themselves, we should all support this cause. Whatever he's saying, you see, you can be sentimental about it, you can be in your feelings and say, oh yes, other content also bring views and tractions and all of that. Yes, we know it does, but we know the kind of content that sparks easily and the one that takes time.
And especially if your content is for the numbers.
Exactly.
You know, there are some content that is for agenda.
Exactly.
Like, okay,
let's create this and put down. Apart from that one, if it is for the numbers and it's to serve the people some form of, aside the numbers, it's also to serve some form of entertainment. We all know the people that usually give us some of these numbers or some of these contents for us to feed our audience. And Shatta is, if not the biggest,
he's the leading.
Of course, from his music to his commentaries to his comic side to his lifestyle and everything. Recently, that he's been doing snap of his cars, and it is not as if we don't have rich men who have luxurious cars in their house. We have. But let Shatta put camera on his cars, keke. Let somebody just take them and go and post.
It is news.
It is news. Recently, even from Jamaica, most of their content creators were surprised, like how.
Yeah.
When they started reporting stuff.
I saw one guy like that. He also confessed, like, hey, he said he did one video on TikTok of Shata Wale.
And God, that is how strong it is. There are some people's name in the search engine optimization, and those names are it is like a hashtag that sparks fire. And Shata Wale is one of them.
So what is the secret?
The secret is how strong the brand is.
I see.
There's no secret, there's no magic to it. It definitely shows how strong the brand is. There are some people you can say you can talk about pipe in that thing.
When they talk about somebody, but the moment they talk about Shata Wale, no, Buburija. Hey,
now content creators.
So now, this is the point. So if indeed out of Shata Wale content creators are feeding, why do they want to always spoil him?
Okay.
Or why are they not making sure he thrives more?
No.
So that we do things that you know?
No, some of them won't. Let me say some. Some of them won't because of course they will tell you negativity sells.
Yeah.
And even when you check the dynamics, of course, negativity from whatever thing about Shata Wale sells. It's same way. So if the negativity sells that much, it's the same with Shata Wale. Talking good about Shata Wale will give you numbers. Talking bad about him can give you a double of that numbers. And unfortunately, some people would opt for that.
They are high with
your friend in
the numbers.
Galamsey.
In fact, they are always drunk with the numbers.
The numbers. And to them, they don't care, or they care less about your emotions, your feelings, your brand, where it will land you, what it will do to you, whatever. And the internet Galamsey, no. And that is it. So unfortunately,
let me check.
Unfortunately, some people would want to focus on that. And DJ Slim is a typical example.
Okay.
I mean, there were so many good things about Shatta Wale that he could have trumpeted, but then always it is about the other side. Even when people are praising, on that same period, he's supposed to find a way to punch. Okay, what about this one? Okay, why are you also not doing this? You understand? And to him, that is what is working for him. So unfortunately, he will not care less about Shatta's feelings, Shatta's band, or whatever. Some people are high or drunk to that level. So even when you want to reason with them and say, but the person did this with this intention, even if there's something wrong with it, why don't you look at the bigger picture and say, okay, because of the good intention towards it, why don't we trumpet the good result that has come out of it? But they would not listen to that sense you want to tell them. Because to them, it may not give them that high that they want.
Okay.
And he said, you will be a super glue in the car ties is here. Okay, then say, oh, whiskey thought about why this one why or high on tea. Because on all blue make a tie in the and that is it. For whatever the guy is saying there, the truth in there, you would want to lie to yourself. And yes, I'm no crazy be one of my content creators wouldn't. It is not everybody that will be open and blunt and come and say it. Most people will not say it, but go to them individually. Talk to them personally. The markets are there.
He said the content creators are really suffering, but they can't say it.
No, they are
because of pride.
You see the topics that he listed. Shata Wale's response to Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale's details into the Jamaican trip, Shatta Wale's house, Shatta Wale's mother, Shatta Wale's music career, even
Shatta Wale's new
song, and what his plans are even for 2025. You see all these headlines, you are trapped who? We are just we are waiting for the content and put it in them and just fly them. We are trying to it is there. All the content creators in this country who are into entertainment,
they are waiting.
All of them have these headlines written down right now. As I speak, they are waiting for it. They are waiting for it. So whether it is the good that will come out of any of these topics, whether it is the bad, whether it is the ugly, whatever it is, so far as Shatta Wale's name is attached to it, they a template, build that to her. They are just waiting. So that is it. It is for me. I don't know how best and committee me can be. This is the realest of these statements, and one wakano. So Shatta Wale, please, if you are watching, content creators in this country, see, Entina, that is why see Shatta Wale just breathe fire.
And a dragon.
Shatta Wale just brushed his teeth. Shatta Wale just came out to look at his luxurious cars. Shatta Wale something replied to Stonebwoy. You're not quite.
And you know some people even fake it.
Yeah,
like they can go and take a Shatta
video.
Shatta Wale has responded.
Sounds so kasa.
I said the 10 years ago.
Sounds so kasa.
With me, some of the headlines. You guys write this. Like what there?
You so kasa. So Shatta Wale, on behalf of Ghana content creators,
we say amen to the prayer.
We beg, come and speak. You
say something.
From February, you are going to be active. In fact, if you release your first song,
his activities or his activity that is coming to be is not for you people.
Come on live. One.
He said now he's still like he's coming to break it. So that you guys don't even see. Even if you are following him, you will even see his tail like
we beg you, come on live. One.
I see the tail like about a papa.
Come on live. One. We beg you, one. Why?
Take over.
What the guy is saying is true. If you are into entertainment, obviously Shatta Wale's content, whether positive or negative, is the thing it will sell. So that's why now some people, and there are some people are almost depending on him. Pow.
Hey.
Like there are some people that they can't do anything except Shatta Wale's content. Like whatever twist that they have to twist it, they are ready for it. It should be about Shatta Wale. So for them, they will not be happy that nothing is coming out now. And obviously the guy, through the prayers, we know that he wants Shatta Wale to say something, whether positive or negative. No obenya kwanka obini di Shatta Wale atem no zumedi di like or person BBC. And you can see it from his prayers, but for him, I think, or no then the positive vibes, But there are some people are omon kasaya, omubenya na Shatta Wale akoye bibini e kan ho asem. Even we can stretch it to even the traditional media. They get more engagement if they are talking about Shatta Wale. Yes. So for them, they are also waiting, but they can't see it.
Is it because the internet has become so used to Shatta Wale, so when you mention the name, it grows quickly, or what? Because sometimes the same thing you say about Shatta Wale, you can say the same thing about the other guy,
and nothing will happen. It's because of the response or reaction that you are likely going to get from him. And so people see the response, and when you respond to Shatta Wale's thing, or when Shatta Wale respond to whatever happens to him, it will go because people are now people are expecting him to respond to something at any point in time. So when they hear, they want to see what it is. That's why even
When they hear pim,
then it's something else. That's why even somebody can go and take his voice and then put it on whatever image or video and write new caption. Shata Wale's new whatever, then it will go like giddy like that. And people are doing that. Sometimes you see the headline because of we are more like insiders. So sometimes you see the caption and you know that this one, the guy is lying. But you check the views or check the numbers. The person is far gone and people are even
in their lies.
Yes. Yes. Like Shata Wale has done this. He has responded to this. He is now revealing something. Like now his this thing, the car, for instance. I think I've seen not less than 2 the Rolls Royce.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
And go and check the numbers. It's far. Like
Me too. I saw.
Yeah.
Some time ago, was it Friday? Coffee. He said, "Oh boss, someone has put out a story that the car has arrived.
Right,
I want to go and say, don't."
So it's like that. I think the guy is just talking about his reality in terms of the online business now. Shata Wale is the business or the good now. Obi to there, whether positive or negative. But we wish that it will be more positive instead of the negative.
But that is our prayer.
That is it.
So the guy should have added that prayer point as well.
Well,
Enti mo bana komode mo na mo twa ma Shatta kasa de esre mo start kasa munya jime no asan
Yeah.
It's Richie, man. Charlie, shouts to you. He looks familiar though. He looks like a guy I've met in London also.
Nyabutru.
No, he looks like a guy I've met in London, honestly. Yeah, I'm not too sure yet, but he looks familiar like that.
It's giving resemblance vibes.
We even worked with him on the medical show.
Yeah.
You are This is how we start our weekend on Showbiz Daily. Remember, here we do it with you, so watch and tell others that Sammy Flex TV, large and in charge. Thanks to Roland Amate, thanks to Intimidodi Solomon Chemo, thanks to the producers Theophilus Digos Bujulens and Sam Tuga. Until then, the weekend is here. Some more contents coming your way, so enjoy them and let's meet again. But the prayer there, I know everybody who is saying it would do positive when it starts.
Sharp.
Because it's here idea. This year the more will be Jimmy I may have bread there. You will be a shower. A shower. Smell it.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Push sugar level, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.